Let's be real. Every single day you open your phone and boom, there it is. Another AI tool, another breakthrough, another post telling you that if you're not on board right now, you're already falling behind. If you're feeling that mix of excitement and just total overwhelm, you are not alone. So in this explainer, we're going to cut straight through all that noise and lay out the clearest, most direct path to actually making money with AI without needing a fortune to get started.
Okay, let's just dive right into this because this feeling, it's completely normal. It's that quiet anxiety, right? The little voice in your head that says everyone else has already cracked the code and you're the one stuck on the outside looking in. But here's the truth. They haven't. And there is a straightforward way to get on the inside track.
The problem is, most of the advice out there kind of traps you at the extremes. On one end, you're using AI for, basic stuff like writing an email, which is cool, but it's not going to make you any money. On the other end, it feels like you need a computer science degree to build the next big thing. But the real money, the actual opportunity for everyday people, is sitting right there in the middle. That sweet spot is what we're going to find. Now, here is probably the most crucial idea to get your head around. AI itself is not the business. It's the engine. You only make money when you plug that powerful engine into the right kind of vehicle, the right industry. So to find the right one, we first have to figure out which industries to avoid as a beginner, and more importantly, why. Let's start a process of elimination.
First up is the world of physical products. You know what I'm talking about? Running an e-commerce store, drop shipping, maybe even Amazon FBA, where you ship your stuff to their warehouses and they handle the rest. And on the surface, it seems like AI has made this whole game easier than ever, but that's really only half the story.
Now, what's so fascinating about this slide is the clear divide it shows. AI is absolutely incredible at the online part of the business. It can write amazing product listings, whip up persuasive ad copy, even create professional-looking mock-ups. But, and this is a huge but, it cannot touch the messy, expensive, real-world problems. It can't manufacture your product, it can't handle quality control from a factory halfway across the world, and it definitely can't solve the nightmare of shipping things from point A to point B. So we've seen the physical hurdles. Let's move on to the next popular industry, and you'll see how this pattern continues, even in a space that's purely digital. We're talking about investing, using AI for stocks, crypto, or even real estate. The idea of an AI predicting the market is, well, it's pretty tempting, but the fundamental problems for a beginner just don't go away. Sure, AI is fantastic for analysis. It can spot trends you'd never see and can even execute trades for you automatically. But it can't fix the two biggest barriers that stop almost everyone. First, you still need a lot of your own money just to play the game. And second, you personally absorb 100% of the risk. AI can't manage your fear when the market plummets. And since 90% of retail traders lose money, that psychological pressure is just brutal.
Okay, next up, the software industry. Right now, there is so much hype about building the next big SaaS product. Software as a service, like Netflix, or any tool you pay for monthly. The big promise is that you can use AI to build it without having to write a single line of code. And while the tools are impressive, they only solve a tiny, tiny fraction of the actual problem.
And this chart just says it all, doesn't it? AI can help you build the product, which is incredible. But building the product is maybe, and I mean maybe, 10% of the software game. The other 90%? That's growth and operations. That's burning through cash on advertising to get users, often at a loss for months or even years, just hoping you'll break even someday. This is a game for people with very deep pockets, not for beginners. Finally, let's look at the services industry. Stuff like freelancing, consulting, or running a small agency. This is an area where AI has been a massive game changer, and we're getting really close to what we're looking for. But it still has one fatal flaw.
AI can now perform high-level tasks that used to require years of expertise, from deep data analysis to professional video editing. But here's what it can't fix: getting and keeping clients. It can't do the hard manual outreach for you, and it can't build the personal relationships that make clients stick around. So at the end of the day, your income is still fundamentally chained to your time.
So we've looked at 4 major industries. Physical products, investing, software, they all seem so different on the surface. But if you look closely, 3 of them share one single fatal flaw that makes them a terrible starting point for pretty much anyone. And the crucial point all comes down to this one word: risk. Specifically, financial risk. The kind of risk that forces you to quit before you even have a chance to figure things out. It turns what should be a business into something that feels a whole lot more like gambling.
This brings us to this idea of a slot machine business. It's any operation where you have to keep feeding it your own money just to keep playing the game. Every new product you order, every trade you make, every ad you run costs you real money, and you risk losing everything each time you pull that lever. This is why most businesses fail. They simply run out of coins for the slot machine.
And if we look back, this model fits perfectly. With physical products, you're constantly paying for inventory. With investing, your own capital is always on the line. And with software, you're just burning cash on ads to try and get users. AI is a powerful tool, no doubt, but it doesn't get rid of this fundamental financial risk. All right, now that we've identified the core problem we need to avoid, we can basically reverse engineer the solution. What if we could find an industry where AI fixes all the major problems for a beginner? An industry that removes the financial risk completely. This is the goal. A business model that works like an unlimited slot machine, one where you don't need to put any coins in to keep playing. You could try 100 different ideas, and even if you failed 99 times, you're in the exact same financial spot as when you started. That changes everything. And this industry isn't some tiny, obscure niche. It's a massive, hidden in plain sight market that's already worth a staggering $250 billion. I'm talking about the world of digital products. And it's not just big, it's absolutely exploding. It's projected to hit nearly $500 billion by 2027. To put that in perspective, that's growing larger than entire legacy media industries. The opportunity here isn't just low risk, it's enormous, and it's growing way faster than the number of people creating for it. So, what exactly is an AI digital product? Well, it's simply a piece of downloadable content. A PDF guide, a pack of templates, a checklist that solves a very specific problem for a very specific group of people. The magic is, you create it once and you can sell it an infinite number of times with zero cost. And now, AI can handle the entire creation process for you. This might still sound a little abstract, but it's not. The entire process can be broken down into a simple 3-step system where AI really does almost all of the heavy lifting. Let's make this real. First, you identify an opportunity. You can literally ask an AI, like ChatGPT, what are the biggest challenges for new parents trying to get their baby to sleep? It'll give you a list of desperate problems. Second, you have AI create the product. You could tell it, create a comprehensive guide called the 30-Day Sleep Plan for Newborns, including nightly routines and troubleshooting tips. It'll research and write the whole thing. And third, you get in front of buyers. Instead of selling, you just list that PDF guide on a marketplace like Etsy, where millions of parents are already searching for exactly that solution. That's distribution, not persuasion. Look, every few years, a new online gold rush appears. In the early 2010s, it was drop shipping. A few years later, Amazon FBA. In both cases, the people who got in early captured a massive opportunity, while everyone who came late just fought over the scraps. Right now, AI digital products are sitting in that exact early mover window. The demand is huge, but the supply of quality AI-generated solutions just hasn't caught up yet. That gap between huge demand and low supply is precisely where the opportunity is. And with every month that passes, that gap gets a little bit smaller as more people catch on. So the only real question left is this. A year from now, looking back at this exact moment, are you going to be glad you started, or are you just going to wish you had?